All right, y'all. Welcome back to Deep Art. It's your boy Deep Art, and we back with another video. And in this video, we want to elaborate. We're piggybacking off of the last subject we talked about, mental development part 2, right? And in today's video, we want to talk about the aspect of vision versus feel, right? Vision versus feel, right? That's the nature of this video right here. Or actually, I'll say this, right? The nature of this video is going to be it's going to be uh it's going to be sight versus sense, right? Sights and senses. All right. So this is the title of this video, right? Sights and senses. So now what this means right here, sights and senses, right? So when we talk about having a vision, the difference between there's a difference between having a vision and wanting to do something, wanting to be something, wanting to bring about something, and then to develop how you feel, right? There's a difference between the two. Okay, so what you want to be and what you envision yourself being with your mind. You know what I'm saying? Utilizing your own, utilizing your own mind, what you envision yourself being, with your own analytical skills. This is a vision, right? And the difference between this and going based off how you feel, right, or your senses, is the fact that a vision has to come with discipline. It has to come with discipline, and it has to come with analytical skills. It has to come with proper education, and it has to come with proper, calculations, and critical thinking skills, right? Critical thinking skills is the most important thing, right? In terms of, this. And discipline. So this is what comes with a vision. In terms of being what you envision yourself to be, right? And this is important to understand because what you feel, or your sense or senses, right, can lie to you. It can lie to you, or it can tell you things that aren't true, and it's not based off fact. It's based off of it's based off of what you feel. So, and it only can go according to what and so the difference between having a vision and just feeling something is the fact that when you feel something, you're susceptible or gullible to many different things happening to you, and it's all going to end in the course of a dead end, because you're not in control of your own. You're not even in control of your own destiny, your own life, and how you feel. When you move based off of that, right? So it's important to understand, the difference between the two, because you have a lot of different things, a lot of different people that can tell you things, a lot of different people that can, influence you a certain way, and this is going to play on how you feel. And when you play, and if you have this many people able to play on how you feel, how can you really get down to the conclusion of something, right? And mentally, the other thing is, um, if I go based off how I feel, and I'm not necessarily, uh, understanding things now, all these different things such as fear and curiosity, I'm leaving myself susceptible to my own limbic system controlling how I move, right? And now I'm letting something else control how I move, and not being able to move myself, right, in the way, in the direction I want to go, not being able to chase my dreams, not being able to chase, my visions, what I envision myself to be. I'm susceptible to being whatever somebody else tells me that I am, or I'm susceptible to being whatever society has made me to be based on my environment, based on society's way of conceptual way of thinking, or based on some other type of outside factor that's playing a part on my limbic system that I'm not consciously aware of. So I'm susceptible to the times. I'm susceptible to society. I'm susceptible to the system. I'm susceptible to all these different things if I structure my life based off how I feel and based off how my senses how my senses just are feeling, right? If I base myself off that, my life is going to end, and my life is going to take the course and the direction of the past of whatever environment I'm in, right? So the important thing to know is that's why it's so important to be conscious, or to structure, or to be to have to be conscious, or to have vision and discipline, right? Because with the or an analytical side of your brain, right? Critical thinking. So structuring your life based off of a dream and a vision is very important, actually, because when you structure your life based off of a vision, now you control the narrative and the direction of your own life. Because now your life is based off of discipline, based off of analytics, based off of calculations, and based off of monetization of how you can get to the desired person or the desired goals that you want to, that what you want to be and what you want to do, right? So now the course of your life is directed by you, right? And this is very important too, because the limbic system, the right hemisphere of your brain, the reason why this is so hard to do, to really go after your dreams, uh, is because the limbic system in the right hemisphere of your brain, or your senses and how you feel, the limbic system controls how you feel, right? And it controls your influence. So if you're influenced, if the limbic system wants to influence you a certain way, it can just tell you that your dreams aren't that important, or it can influence you that your dreams aren't that important, and it can influence you that carving out yourself and being self-sufficient isn't that important, and it can influence you that what I'm saying, what you imagine yourself to be, or what you envision yourself to be, and chasing that imagination and what you imagine yourself to be isn't important, and a bunch of other things that whatever it can come up with is important, right? And this is how what you feel, or I guess your environment, can maintain control over the direction of your life, um, due to the fact that it'll your limbic system, or what you feel inside you, or how it makes you based off of feelings and based off of senses. Now you're taking a course of life, or you're being influenced by your environment to move a certain way, right? And that's what you're being influenced to be, right? And being influenced to do, and to think, right? So the key, most important thing, into breaking that cycle, is by having a dream and a vision, and chasing that dream and that vision, and chasing that, saying, what you conceptualize yourself and what you want to be in your mind. This takes mental strength. It takes mental strength to have a dream. It takes mental strength to have a vision, and it takes mental strength to to chase that dream and to stay disciplined to that dream, right? People think that, or people can think that, or the limbic system can influence people, or influence you to think that, people who have dreams are delusional. Someone with a dream is delusional. Someone with goals that people can't see are delusional, and that people with uh, people who chase off of what they can't see as opposed to what they can see are stupid, delusional, or crazy, or not mentally strong. But the fact is, these people are mentally strong, and they're much stronger than the people who just go with the flow of their environment, because to go with the flow of your environment is the same thing as just not utilizing your own mind and not utilizing your brain, and actually just going based off of how you feel and how your environment sets up. Anybody can do that, and that's a dead end, right? But the fact is that people who chase their dreams and people who chase what go against their environment and chase what they can't see or what they want to be or what they imagine themselves being are the ones with actual mental strength, because it takes mental strength to be able to imagine something like that, right? To be able to imagine something that's outside of, your initial environment and grasp, and be who you want to be or become who you want to be, right? And that takes discipline. So that's the important thing I wanted to say right here in this video. I wanted to get that out. Is that that's important. And the other thing, is of course, with an imagination, it's like um, strength is um, having going based off how you feel. Is the easy road, and it's a dead end. And that's the most important thing is being disciplined, because now I can carve myself out and live the way that I want to live, the way that I desire to live. I don't have to go based off of, I don't have to live the life that somebody else has, that a system is already laid out for me to be, and that circumstances, laid out for me to be. I can still be who, I want to be, right? And who I imagine myself being, right? So, you know, that's the important thing to know in this video. I'm gonna conclude this video right here. Um, Peace, love. We're gonna end on this note, and yeah, we out.